YouTube, welcome back to another video. Now, I know it's been a little while, and I've kind of explained it in past videos, and it's just kind of a long process. But that's nothing here or nor there. It is draft day. It is officially draft day. It's exciting. I'm wearing my Giants hoodie right now, just getting ready for it. I still work today. I work in about an hour and a half, so hopefully this video is going to get up as soon as possible. We're going to do our last mock draft on the predict the pick, and just solidify and save our picks and see who we're going to go. So without further ado, let's get right into it, man. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the number one pick. He's going to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars, throw in DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault, and we'll see what other weapons they're able to get for him. Maybe they're able to get a tight end in that second round, somebody to help him out there. But awesome pick for the Jags. Can't wait to see what Trevor Lawrence does in the NFL and what the Jags can do. It's going to be exciting. The number 2 overall pick, it's going to be quarterback Zach Wilson. Now, is he my personal favorite? No, I think I like Fields and Lance more than him. I like him more than Mac Jones, but I think people compared him to like a Trubisky. Not necessarily play style, but like everyone overhyped Trubisky because of his low school, like high potential, he can do all these things, and then in the NFL he didn't turn out to be what we thought. But the guys after him, such as the Trey Lances, who never lost a game, and Justin Fields, who has played absolutely insane at Ohio State, have really done best. Now at pick 3 here, I'm also going to be going with Justin Fields. I know they said it's between Mac Jones and Trey Lance, and as much as I think that may be true, I don't think Mac Jones is up there, and I think that they're blowing smoke because Shanahan and the 49ers are not one to let people know what's going on. So I really don't think that that's true. I think Fields is still their guy, and I think Fields should be the guy because I think he's the second best quarterback in this class. Pick 4 here at the Falcons now. Falcons need a lot, because they're playing these games where they're scoring so many points, but somehow they're still losing. But the thing is, Julio's old. He's on the trade block, from what we're hearing. You have a really young core of talent now. When you look at Calvin Ridley, I mean Hayden Hurst is there, but he's a little bit older. But you need to refresh this team. You need to get more. Obviously Terrell last year was a pick where it was a little bit of a reach. I think he's still going to be good. It's just his first year, but it's kind of that transition period of let's kind of compete still, but also our window might be closed. So I'm taking Kyle Pitts for them. I think he's the best player. I think if they don't pick here at 4, whoever does pick here at 4 is going Kyle Pitts, because there's no way the Falcons are picking at pick 4 and not taking Kyle Pitts. There's just no way. Pitts is the best prospect in this class. He's going to go pick 4. Pick 5 with the Bengals. I know a lot of people want to see Jamar Chase go here, and trust me, I do too. But I think that I'm a big fan of Tyler Boyd. He's one of my favorite receivers in the NFL. T. Higgins is there, obviously. Auden Tate has played very well for them. I just don't think that it's smart for them to go receiver first round. I really don't. They could go with Jamar Chase and then get one of the better tackles. This is a deep tackle class. Maybe look at a Leatherwood in that second round. But I think you have to be safe here and take Penei Sewell out of Oregon. He's been one of the best tackles for a couple years. Make the right pick. Now here at pick 6, I've seen reports that they are liking Jalen Waddle a little bit more than Jamar Chase. I think that's blasphemy. I think they're not going to do it. Jamar Chase is going to be my pick here, and I think that's just kind of the best available option here. Now, I pick 7. I personally want to say Devontae Smith, I think, is immense talent. That weight is terrifying. When you look at him, it's terrifying because I can't trust him to do a slant route across the middle when you have a guy like a Bobby Wagner in the middle. I just can't, because he's going to get smashed, I think he'll be good. I just don't think he'll ever reach his true potential because I think the NFL is going to hit him a little bit harder than he thinks. I'm praying for the guy. I'm hoping that he has a great career, a great long career, but I just don't know if he is going to have a great long career. And I'm still going to give him here to the Lions. Personally, I don't. If I was a GM, I personally don't think I'd have him in my top 20 because of that weight. I'd much rather go after a Waddle or a Jamar Chase. I'd honestly think about Bateman. But I also think Bateman very highly. So pick 8 here. Now, what I want to say is these next 2 picks, the Panthers and the Broncos, both traded for quarterbacks instead of drafting a quarterback here. So they know something that we don't know. I think that they know something's going to happen here in this top 7 where Fields, Wilson, Lawrence, and Lance are all going to go, and they're going to be stuck with Mac Jones, and they didn't want that. I think that's what's happening here. But here at pick 8, you're looking at what they need. They need a corner. They need a linebacker. Or not linebacker, lineman. They do also need a linebacker. I've been mocking them Surtain. And I think I want to keep Surtain going to him. They could go with the offensive line actually. No. We're gonna go with Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater is the one. We can just move him right here too. I like the little drag thing. Rashawn Slater is gonna be the pick there. Help on the offensive line. Just get more bodies on there. Protect your now franchise quarterback and Sam Darnold. It's crazy to say. Now here, who's gonna be protecting Teddy? Doesn't matter. They don't need a quarterback anymore. They have that. They are gonna be the ones to take Patrick Surtain here from the Cowboys. They signed Kyle Fuller to a 1-year deal. So if he does great, cool, extend him. If he doesn't, you need some help on that in that back end. And I think that Patrick Surtain can really do that for a long time. Surtain is really good. If it's not Surtain, I think they'd probably go with like a Micah Parsons. But I like Surtain a lot. Cowboys here. It's going to be the best available corner, and that's J.C. Horn here. Easy pickings for J.C. Horn and the Cowboys. I think J.C. Horn is a better fit than Surtain, even though Surtain's been mocked to the Cowboys the most. I think Surtain and Diggs are basically eye and eye at a prospect level, except Surtain's a lot better. But since you already have Diggs on your roster, might as well just get J.C. Horn. It'll be a better selection, I think, for the long term, so you don't have two of the same corners. Now, here for the Giants, I've seen a lot of Jalen Waddles, and as much as I think Jalen Waddle will be exciting, it's stupid, but I think for us, why sign John Ross for the money? Why keep Dante Pettis? Why have a lot of these depth guys who are very solid, like 4th, 5th wide receivers, like, you know, guys that you could trust to step up on an injury? Why have all those guys if you're just going to take Jalen Waddle after getting Galladay, after having Shepard and Slayton and Evan Ingram still there, and Kyle Rudolph? Like, there's so many weapons, plus Saquon Barkley. I think if you add Jalen Waddle, that's too many mouths to feed, personally. One, from a fantasy perspective, you wouldn't even want to come close to anyone on the Giants, but I think that for the Giants, I think a receiver is not a bad pick. I don't think you need to take a top receiver. I think you can take one in the 2nd, 3rd round. You know, get a guy like a Rashad Bateman if he falls out, or Rondale Moore. You know, I'd much rather get a guy here in Micah Parsons, and then get Rondale Moore or somebody in the 2nd round. I really would. So Micah Parsons is my pick here. He's going to roam the middle with Blake Martinez, really solidify that defense as one of the best in the league. Now, the Eagles are going to be taking the best available receiver. It's going to be Jalen Waddle. Him and Rager are going to be a small duo, but see what they can do. And they, you know, Arcega Whiteside's still there and everything. We'll see what they can do with that. It's going to be a little different. I don't know if they really wanted Waddle to fall to them. I think they would rather have a Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase, but, you know, it's what happens when you're at pick 12. You're going to have to wait and see what can happen to you. Now here at pick 13, this is a tough one because I think that they need to go with an offensive lineman, and I don't really know what to do. I like Dickerson a lot. I don't think they need a center necessarily. But Vera Tucker is my favorite for them just because he can move around everywhere. He's kind of fallen on draft boards, but I think that we're still going to give him Vera Tucker. He really just, if you want to play tackle, you play tackle. If you want to play guard, you can play guard. If you want to play center, you can play center. That's kind of one of those things that I think the Chargers need, is just be able to move people around and do what they can on the offensive line. Here at pick 14 for the Vikings, they still need offensive line. We've been picking offensive linemen for them for such a long time. They still need it. So we're going to give him Christian Darrisaw. And, yeah, just hopefully protect Kirk Cousins or the successor to Kirk Cousins. Unless they think Mac Jones is that successor, they could take Mac Jones here. Or Trey Lance is still here, huh? Trey Lance is going to go here to the Patriots, but they could have taken Trey Lance. The problem is I just don't think anyone here would take a quarterback. But, yeah, the Cardinals now here at pick 16. Now, this is the easiest pick for me, and I thought about this a lot. As much as I want Najee Harris to go there, I really do want Najee Harris to go to the Cardinals. I think it would be so much fun. I just don't see it happening. What I do think is going to happen, though, is Caleb Farley going to the Cardinals. He's the best corner in the draft, hands down, in my opinion. And I know his injuries are scary, but the Cardinals have a team where they, one, are going to need some corners. They're going to need some star corners, and they have a team that's set to play for a long time together. I think that this is a team that can take the chance on Farley and look to develop him, look to make sure his injury's okay, maybe even have him sit out a couple games at the beginning of the season. You know, the Giants last year with McKinney missed basically the whole season, you know, but those games he came back, he looked really nice, and now you look at him this year, it's exciting to see a guy like that. So I think for the Cardinals, it's going to be something big as well. For the Raiders, you need to replace the offensive line. Landon Dickerson's here, but I think Tevin Jenkins is going to be the guy that I want to give to him. You need to replace the offensive line. That's simple. You could go with a Mac Jones if you really think he's better than Derek Carr, but I don't. The Dolphins back here at pick 18. We already got them a receiver, right? So now where are they going to go? You know, line, offensive line, edge rusher, kind of that's kind of the situation we're in. I do like Olosu Kuramoa. I think Kwity Paye is probably a good pick here. As much personally, I think Greg Rousseau is the best edge rusher in this class, and I'm going to keep saying that. Um, I don't know, man. Greg Rousseau's all the way down here. Um, let's see. I think we gotta go edge rusher here. They could go with the running back. I know it's scary to say, but I really like what Gaskin has for them. But I just think that getting a star running back and have Gaskin as that pass back, I think that's the right move. But they could probably wait till the second round to see if one of these guys falls. I think we're gonna go ahead and give them an edge rusher. I think Kwity Paye is probably the best edge rusher in this class. Him and Ojulari are my top guys other than Greg Rousseau, but I'm not going to think Rousseau is going to go this high. The football team here, they need some help on the offensive line. They do need some linebacker help, tight end, quarterback, but I think they're fine on quarterback. I think we give them one of the linebackers, Zayvon Collins or Owosu Koromoa. Koromoa's higher up. I like Zayvon Collins a lot more. I think he's a beast, but I think Owosu Koromoa is going to be a little bit higher. Zayvon Collins is a monster, though. I'm excited to see what team he goes to. The Bears at 20. I think that they're really going with Andy Dalton. I think they're tired of. I don't think you're looking at Mac Jones to be a franchise quarterback. I just don't. If they are, cool, but I just don't see that coming to fruition here. I think that they're a team that needs to help out somehow. There's not really a tackle or anything that you'd really want here. They need to replace Kyle Fuller, and you could get Greg Newsome here. It's really Greg Newsome or Rashad Bateman for me. That's where I'm at. And I think we're going to give him Greg Newsome. They really do need to replace him. Let's get Newsome there. They just drafted last year, too. Oh, man. He was a guy mocked to Kansas City all the time, and he didn't go to Kansas City. I can't think of his name. But they have 2 young corners now, and that's a good thing. Now, the Colts here at pick 21, I'm giving them Rashad Bateman. Easily said. They need help at the receiver position. You can't just go in there with a T.Y. on a one-year deal, I'm pretty sure. Carson Wentz is here. You need to surround him with talent. You need to stay as a Super Bowl contender. Genuinely, that's how high I think of this Colts team. Getting Rashad Bateman's only going to help, and I really do think he's one of the better receivers in this class. Titans, pick 22. There's a lot of things they could do here. Receiver, corner, offensive line. Man, I don't know what I would want. I think corner is probably the biggest need, but there's not really a corner left. Asante Samuel is probably my next corner that I would go off the board. Offensive line, Landon Dickerson maybe. Maybe go after Eichenberg or Cosme. I think they got to go. I think I'll go Sam Cosme. Isaiah Wilson didn't work. It's basically all you got to say to Titans fans. I'm sorry. I really am. I thought he was a good talent. I just, you can't predict that kind of stuff. So here for the Jets, you have Zach Wilson. I say you give him a toy to play around with. And I think you give him Najee Harris, which is going to hurt the Steelers' heart because the Steelers really do want Najee Harris, is what I've heard. But you give him a toy to play around with on that offensive end. Give him a good offense. Make this one work. Darnold did not work for you because of that. Make this one work. New head coach, everything. It's going to be weird seeing Saleh draft 2 offensive players and not a defensive player, but make him work. I think if not Najee Harris, I think they could go with a guy like Zayvon Collins. Ooh, maybe I do like the Zayvon Collins pick a little bit more. I think honestly, let's move Najee Harris there and let's give him Zayvon Collins. I think Zayvon Collins is a great pick for them to roam that middle. CJ Mosley got signed and really he hasn't been there. I think that'd be a great spot for Zayvon Collins, especially I think it's a guy that Saleh would really love. Now you look at the Jags here, back on the clock. They already have the quarterback. They already have the running back. They have a pretty solid receiving core. You could protect your quarterback a little bit more. You could help out the defense a little bit more. And I think that's the thing you should do. Not really a linebacker. I like Jamin Davis, but I don't think he's going to be this high. Corners, like I said, not really any good ones. I think Trevon Moehrig here out of, I don't know why I can't, TCU. I think he's going to be a great pick here because he's a solid safety. You need safety help. Ronnie Harrison was good. You let him go. It is what it is. The Browns, though. Browns just got an edge rusher in Jadeveon Clowney. We'll see how that goes. I think that they could use somebody roaming the middle and like a Jamin Davis if they're here. But let's just look at the best players available. ETN, they don't need a running back, obviously. Barmore, they could use some interior help. They did just get rid of Sheldon Richardson. Edge rushers, I think, are some helpful too. Offensive line, maybe some weapons. Man, I think Barmore would actually be a solid pick here. I haven't seen Barmore go in a lot of mock drafts because I don't really think it's worth it. But let's give him Barmore. I think with Sheldon Richardson having to be let go, I think it's a good spot. So now the Ravens are here. Ravens need a receiver. I think it'd be good for them to go with a guy like Elijah Moore. I just don't know if they really will. Because they really defend their receivers. They really like what they have in their receivers. But Yeah, I think getting a receiver is the better thing for the Ravens to do, in my opinion. Again, this is my mock draft. I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what your mock draft is. We're not gonna agree. We're gonna have different opinions, and that's all right. I can't wait to see what happens. The Saints here. Caleb Farley said he's not falling past the Saints from what he's told. So I don't think he's falling to the Saints, but they do need a corner. I'm a big fan of Asante Samuel Jr. I don't really think there's another corner that I would take here. Maybe Campbell, but Asante Samuel Jr. I think I'm going to throw to the Saints here at pick 28. Oh, wait. They did let go of Emmanuel Sanders. I don't think they replaced him with anyone, did he? Tony's nice. Terrace Marshall's nice. D-line linebacker. I think we go with Terrace Marshall here. Nah, Kadarius Toney. We'll give him Kadarius Toney. I was thinking corner, but I think it might be a little bit of a reach to do it. Packers do need a corner. Packers also need some offensive line help. Linebacker, receiver. They're not going to take a receiver as much as they should. They're not going to take a receiver. They've told us that before, and they've meant it. So I'm going to give him Asante Samuel Jr. I think he's the better corner in the draft. If not him, it'll be probably Campbell. I really do like Melifonwu, though, just to stay out there. I think he saw his brother coming in. He thought he was a beast. Melifonwu was pretty cool. Mukwam was also one of my better guys, too. Bills, or my sleeper guys. The Bills. Bills don't need anything. They really can go best available player. That's why I'm going to give him Travis Etienne. Just be awesome, man. Zach Moss got drafted in the later rounds. You were hoping he'd have a spark. He was all right. Singletary had a great first year. Since then, he kind of fell down. Get a superstar running back. Just completely crap on the rest of the league because the Bills are nice. Now, the Ravens have another pick here. I think they're going to go edge rusher, and that is where I think they're going to go with Greg Rousseau out of Miami. We saw Calais Campbell talk high about him. I think Calais Campbell wants to be the one to teach him the ways and prove to everybody that he really is a talent, and I'd be happy to see it. Greg Rousseau falling to 31 is crazy, but that's what it is. And the Buccaneers can literally do anything they want here. I don't know what they should do. I think Landon Dickerson would be cool, just because Jensen kind of got moved around a lot last year, but I think that a team that would be able to control what Jalen Phillips, the stuff that's come around him and the questions surrounding him, would be the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So that's my mock draft, my official last mock draft. Those are my predicted picks. It's crazy. Yes, some picks are weird. Some players didn't fall to teams, so you kind of have to make the best of it. But I like what I have. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of your team. Let me know what your picks are. If you're saying, hey, I wouldn't pick Trevon Moehrig to the Jags. Tell me who you'd rather pick. I'd rather pick Jamean Davis. I'd rather pick Jason Oweh. I'd rather pick Greg Rousseau, Barmore. I would rather pick these guys. Let me know. I just want to let's conversate. Let's talk about it. I love the draft. It's my favorite day of the year. Besides obviously like my birthday and like Christmas, but it's a fun day. So without further ado, if you guys did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and again, we finally made it to draft day. Apologies for not posting too much. I'm hoping I can start again. I really am. So thank you so much for watching. Let's enjoy this draft tonight. Go Giants. But thank you guys for watching. Let's finish to save this. Leave a like if the video if you enjoyed. If you didn't enjoy the video, refresh the page. Let me know what you think second time. I'll see you guys in the next one.